Alright, YouTube, what's going on? This is Zonkman coming back at you for another video here on YouTube. Hello, new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Hello, everyone who hangs out and makes a comment. If you're new to the channel, yeah, go ahead and make a comment. Tell the Zonkman whatever, man. I don't care, man. You know, he's slacking. What do you listen to that for if you're not listening to this? Give suggestions. You can give me a hard time. It doesn't matter. On the vinyl tag video, I actually completely skipped 2 questions. I didn't say I was going to not answer the questions. I just skipped right over them. And I had the list in front of me. And nobody said anything. So yeah. You could definitely critique me a little bit like that. That's not going to bother me. I love just all the comments and the interaction or whatever. So what are we doing today? We are doing the best of 2022. Finally, I guess. A lot of people have done them already. And I was they were doing them in December. And I was like, I got stuff that hasn't even come yet. How can I possibly know what the best of 2022? I still have something in here that is not arrived because of vinyl. You know, it was released like in November, but the vinyl's not coming out till February. Anyway, I digress. I get mad about that all day long, every year. Okay, so we're gonna do what we got, and it's all subjective. So of course I could change my mind throughout the years, whatever, depending on, because I haven't had these albums even a year yet. Some of them close. So what this video is, this is the top 22 of 2022 on the 22nd. Yes, a lot of twos. Whole lot of twos. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I am thankful to have gotten these new records one way or another. I do try to listen to a lot of new music. I'm not just about getting older music on vinyl. I do listen to new music. I do go after reissues, yada yada yada. So let's get started. We're already 2 minutes in. I am going to start with number 1 because if you saw my vinyl tag video, you already know what my number 1 is. There's going to be some records that I re-showed, not a whole lot, just a couple. But I am going to start not with honorable mentions, but just CDs. Because that's all I got these in. If I have the vinyl record, I'm going to show the vinyl record. There are a handful that I got both the CD and the vinyl record. We're going to start right here. A little jazz. Not normal for the Zonkman. Julian Vaughn's solo. The reason I only have the CD is because he only releases on CD. He has not released any vinyl yet. This is like a 6th solo record. As you can see, that is a 5-string bass. He is a bass guitar, jazz bass guitarist. And it's something that Mrs. Zonkman found out about probably like 5 years ago or better off of the local jazz station. So getting something from him for 2022. Excellent stuff. Hate that I missed him. You know, we will see him one day, but I've missed him at the Coltrane Festival here, right around the corner in High Point, North Carolina in 2021. I've missed him when he's done free concerts in Winston-Salem on like the steps of something downtown. I can't even remember what it was, but definitely artists want to look forward to, hopefully seeing live sometime. Julian Vaughn solo was the 2022 release. This little 5-finger death punch, Afterlife. I haven't given this a whole lot of spins. It's 5-finger death punch. I do listen to them. I definitely liked them in the 08 era, 2010 era back then. They're kind of kick-ass attitude then. Have maybe we outgrown it? Evidently not. I bought it. But am I going to listen to it that often? Maybe not. So that was 5 Fingers released last year. And this, the November release, Candlemass, Sweet Evil Sun. You know, I listen to some heavy music. But this being more on the doom side of things than just, it's not like Death Doom or anything like that. And it's the old, it's back old school, like 80s Candlemass. Killer stuff. Sounds good. I did like their 2019 release, Door to Doom, also. This is probably, as far as like a heavy metal album, this has been heavy metal, whether it be heavier or just, heavy metal. This one's been getting a lot of my attention recently. All right, so that's just kind of like the CDs. I do want to get that Candlemass. Whoa, it took a spill. I do want to get that Candlemass on vinyl eventually. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, the Zonkman's 2022 of new albums in 2022. Boom! King Buffalo, Regenerator, you know it. Stoner, Neo Psych. These cats can do no wrong as far as the Zonkman is concerned. This was their only 2022 release. They said after the lockdown they had like 5 records that they had material for. This is only the 3rd of those that they put out. So we'll see if they continue on or if they just do more new material. So we're starting this video off with some King Buffalo. Number 2, definitely close for the number 1 of 2022. Big fan of Clutch, Sunrise at Slaughter Beach. This is killer stuff. And actually what's helped me get into this more is having a CD to put in the car. So man, of course you love Sunrise on Slaughter Beach. We strive for excellence. I love that song. That's kick-ass. But of course, Red Alert, Nosferatu Madre. This is just, it's clutch, man. Number 2. Let's get rolling. We'll talk about some of these. This, normally, I would not put this in here because this is a split album. Dune Eater and Planet of the Apes. This was my Australian band that I showed on the vinyl tag, and this is a Ripple Music split. So Ripple Music put out this split. They're calling it Turn to Stone Chapter 5, and these are both Australian stoner bands. I was big looking for a release for Dune Eater, and they have an album. They have a full-length album that was self-released, No Gas, No Good, like maybe 2019, of course. You need to be in Australia. Even when that album was released, I think like one person in the United States had it for sale on Discogs, and they wanted like $80 plus shipping for it. So, crazy stuff. This I've been listening to. It's got kind of a Fu Manchu vibe. So if you like that type of stoner, that desert rock that came out of the Palm Desert there in the late 80s, early 90s, stemmed from like a Caius vibe. Now there's going to be a lot of soul R&B type records in this list too. Basically Coal Mine Records or Karma Chief, and that's what I'm showing right here. Karma Chief. This is the number 1 soul funk of the year for the Zonkman. This is the number 4 record. Ghost Funk Orchestra, A New Kind of Love. Killer stuff. It is exactly what it says. Yeah, it's just baritone sax, trombone, trumpet, along with that R&B kind of soul vibe. It's good stuff. Good. If you're not familiar, and then their last album from 2020, I think it was 2020, Ode to Escapism, also a great album. And I am sorry, but this is going to be kind of long. Number 5, Caleb Caudle, Forsythia. This is something that you're like, what? What is that? This is like country folk singer-songwriter type stuff. I don't know if he's 100% local, but definitely like a regional artist. Great stuff. See that cover sitting on a down tree? That's like right outside both windows here in the music room, because the Zonkman lives out in the country, and we're in the rural port of North Kakalaki. So it looks just like that outside. Love the vibe of this record. Killer stuff, man. And it's a Blue Ridge swirl vinyl, so it's a cool colored vinyl, and produced by John Carter Cash. So I don't know if that is who that is exactly. This probably has something to do with some country music on that. I'm sorry, did I say June Carter? I meant John Carter Cash. Yeah, maybe related to June Carter or Cash, somewhere from that realm. All right, more stoner. Back to the stoner. Let's just keep on rolling it out. Datura 4, Neanderthal Jam. Dude, we're just getting in the vibe, man. That's what this is, man. These cats are actually also Australian, so stoner, other than like the King Buffalo and the Clutch, was going in more of an Australian vibe this year. Number 7, Arch Enemy Deceivers. This is probably the first of the heaviest records. Although, you know what? If I had that Candlemass on vinyl, it'd probably be around here. This, of course, if you're familiar with Alicia White Glitz or whatever her name is, and Arnott, is it Michael Arnott? He's like been Arch Enemy since the beginning, I believe. And all you metalheads out there, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But she's only been the lead singer since like 2014 or something like this. But of course, Handshake with Hell, In the Eye of the Storm, The Watcher, some good tracks on this. Not 100% on the whole album like Will to Power, but definitely some good stuff. That's 7. Number 8, back to some. And sorry for all the glare. I do geek on the shrink. So a lot of these records still got the shrink on them, especially with the hype sticker. So in fact, I really toy with it. I have to fight with myself if it's a gatefold and it's got a hype sticker. I feel like I can't get off in order to stick on somewhere else. I'll leave a gatefold to shrink too sometimes. This is on Daptone. This is Lee Fields' Sentimental Fool. I had actually just gotten this, so I haven't had a lot of time to digest this, but his voice is great, and this stuff is good. R&B, soul. Really dug his I think it was 2011 or 2012 record, Faithful Man. So if you're not familiar and you listen to R&B, soul, that type of stuff, neo soul, the new stuff, great stuff, man. Sounds like right out of the 70s. Back to the stoner, Black Lung, Dark Waves. And I forget where these cats are from. Definitely somewhere in Europe. After I heard this, I want all the Black Lung stuff. Great stoner stuff, great riffs, real heavy, real dark. Totally digging this, man. Good stuff. And this is on the Heavy Psych Sounds label. That's the label that I love, but I piss and moan about because like a color variant of a single LP is so expensive sometimes. But anyway, I digress. Where are we at? 7, 8, 9. Death Bell, A Nocturnal Crossing. This is some more French stoner doom. Gatefold action. Female vocals. Killer stuff, man. I think that's where I'm at. No, 7, 8, 9. This is actually number 10. Man, it doesn't matter. We're going to 22. I'll let you know when we get to 22. Number 11. Back to the soul. Kendra Morris, 9 Lives. This is another Karma Chief release in the shrink. Real soulful R&B voice. And man, that side of that record was real short. We're just at 14 minutes. 11, so where are we at? 12, and there's so many records here. It's ticking me off. Something that came out at the beginning of last year, really great stuff. Delvin Lamar Organ Trio, Cold as Weiss. Man, this is great stuff. Coal Mine Records. This is real organ driven. So if you're not big on the organ, maybe you won't dig this. This is all in the Zonkman's wheelhouse on that 70s sounding R&B soul type music. Killer stuff. 11. We're looking at number. I was thinking this was 13. Man, I can't count. But anyway, I could be off here too. Shinedown's new one, Planet Zero. Now, this record, you're probably like, what? You know, it's just like a hard rock record. I am a fan of Shinedown. Dude's vocals are pretty good. This record is real cool. I like that their interludes and stuff in between tracks are like talking to Google Home or Siri or all that stupid crap on your phone or on your devices when you're like interacting with some synthetic computer that makes no sense whatsoever. I'm not about technology. I am a Luddite. So this was actually a real cool record. I don't know if it's a concept album or whatever. I'm sure they've got a few tracks that were on the satellite radio. But this is just a good hard rock record. We'll say that's 13. 14. Dead Meadow. Force form free. Yeah, it's a tongue twister, man. Just like that album cover, man. Check out that. So this is Stoner. This is Neo Psych. And I'm trying to remember if there was lyrics on this album. That's how much I've not listened to it. I am a big I'm a new Dead Meadow fan. And I was looking for their album from, I think it's 2000 or early 2000s anyway. And it has all this green stuff on it or whatever. It's a self-titled album. And I like found it at a record show earlier in the year, and I passed on it because it was $100. I usually don't try to talk money or whatever too much, but that's kind of way out of the price range for the Zonkman. So I did not even know they were putting out something new this year. Hopefully I come across a more reasonably priced copy of that Dead Meadow record. It is great. I'm not a big streaming guy, but I have streamed that record in its entirety just because it's so good. That's a real good record too. I just haven't really digested it to figure out what it is. This is something I just got recently too that came out earlier in the year. Telekinetic Yeti. Primordial on TP Records. Man, check out that artwork, man. Got that Yeti hanging out. What is that? Is that supposed to be like some kind of eagle? Or is that like some kind of big skull? I don't know, man. That's just some tripping artwork. These cats are like from Minnesota. It's a duo from Minnesota doing some stoner. Man, it puts you in that mood. Puts you in the realm. So you're hitting it. Back to some neo soul. The Surefire Soul Ensemble. And this record was Step Down, the brand new release. And this is also, I think this is Gold Mine. Yes, Coal Mine, Gold Mine. Coal Mine Records. Oh, it says right there. Hey, look, it's got the blue hype sticker. That's the Coal Mine Records label sticker. And you guys are like, I already know that. This is the same thing. This is all instrumental, no singing, R&B, soul, neo soul type stuff. Good stuff from the Coal Mine label. Let's see, where are we at? 16, maybe. The new record from the Monophonics, which is, everybody knows Kelly Finnegan, great voice. Sage Motel. Again, Coal Mine Records. This is a little gatefold action. We'll show the gatefold. Same thing. We're kind of in that realm. Back to some, in the hard rock heavy metal realm. I'm always putting my head down. The Who, H-U, Rumble of Thunder. I love reading this off. I have to read this off. Black thunder upon descent on earth bestows peace to all on sunlit world. This is the Hmong kind of throat vocals, and they play some like instruments from their their heritage or whatever, some of the old stuff. It's like this it looks like two strings literally on a box, and dude is like getting down on it. And there's some other stuff. Now this album, the last album, they like, somebody came along that was promoting them in the U.S. and then put some Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm singing on a song, the guy from Papa Roach, and somebody else to kind of get them, hyped up in the heavy metal genre and on that stuff. But this is probably, I wouldn't say it's traditional. It's still like a heavy metal record with their stuff behind it. There is. I'm trying to think. All of the songs. This is their text for the song title, and then it's in English. So this is good stuff. Good stuff. The new record from Megadeth, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. It's like number 17 or something for me. No, we'll call this one 19. This is number 19, so barely in the top 20. It's Megadeth. It's good that Dave Mustaine got through all the... didn't he go through throat cancer or something like that? Still singing. Still heavy. Dave Mustaine, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. All right, number 20. And we're going to show all these records. Big Scenic Nowhere, The Long Morrow. Again, heavy psych sounds, man. So yeah, I can't get enough of this label. If it's on this label, it's almost like Coal Mine Records, I'm going to get it and try it out. Test it out. So, these cats are from the California desert, I think, and I could be wrong on that. But anyway, yeah. The Big Scenic Nowhere. All right, number 21. Boris W. Thank you, Records, for Falling Down. There's just too many to show. I shouldn't be showing this many in one video. So this is 21. This is W. This is like a second record to No. So it's supposed to be No and then W for Now. And there's more vocals by her, which make this a great record. This is my first Boris record, so I got to digest some more Boris. But if you're into the whole noise, and then it's not all like stoner, because they do a lot of different stuff with their albums. But if they're in that realm, you're gonna dig into it. You're gonna dig into it. And number 22. Good Lord. What a mess. What a mess. Number 22. The Winston Brothers, Drift. This is another Coal Mine Records. This is instrumental. These cats are like, I think, from Seattle. No. They were not from Seattle. I can't remember on these. Anyway, good stuff. Check out this gatefold. The Winston Brothers, Drift, another new one. Coal Mine Records. All right, everything else I'm just going to show. New to me this year, Bobby Orza. And this is Get on the Other Side. This is also Neo Soul. This is on a Big Crown record label. I don't know if it's a division of like Daptone or if it's associated with Daptone. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, good R&B, Neo Soul type stuff. Good singer. Solid release. Didn't even make it in the tops. The new Ozzy Osbourne album, Patient Number 9. Yes, this is better than Ordinary Man. I forget, there's some song on here. Degradation Rules. It sounds like the lyrics were about masturbation, so it's like, why does a 70-year-old man have to have a song about masturbation on his record? Maybe just to be funny, I have no idea. And maybe that's not what it's about, but it sure damn sounds like it. But anyway, there's a lot of artists on that record. Help them out with that. Jeff, wasn't Beck on this and Clapton? Yes, Jeff Beck track on this. Clapton. Of course, he's got the normal people always. Zach Wild, Mike McCready helps out. He always gets the dude from Guns N' Roses to do bass, Duff. So it is a good album. Here's another one. Dude, I'm a huge Slipknot fan. The End So Far. You're like, oh, wait a minute. That doesn't say The End So Far. That says The End For Now. Yeah. Canada made these covers. All the records are screwed up and say The End For Now. The CD was correct. It says The End So Far. I got some sticker on here that was like covering over that so you knew the proper title. But I don't care where the record came from, if it was a special somewhere. I think all the records are wrong, so there's not a big deal of like, oh, this misprint's going to be valuable. Another passing in 2022, Vangelis, or Vangelis, ever how you prefer. I did show this in my vinyl tag video. Juno to Jupiter. Another spacey one. Great stuff. This is more kind of like a goth, female vocals, Sistera. And what was it? Dark Matter. This is a very, very cool record. It has a cool vibe. It's not like super heavy or dark. It's actually kind of, she sings, some of the songs are like, almost like not a folk song, but it's kind of, the music is kind of low and her voice is just singing. This, Earthless, had a new one. What is it? The Night Parade of 100 Demons. Another new one from Earthless. This, of course, is Instrumental. Stoner Doom. Earthless, that the Zonkman likes. I'm going to keep on going. Stabbing Westward. What was this? Chasing Ghosts. This was a release by Christopher Hall and the band Stabbing Westward after 20 years of not putting out anything, and it still sounds the same with, a little bit different stuff. Here's some more popular releases. Hailstorm, Back from the Dead. Boom. Album I did not care for, probably tops on a lot of people. Ghost, Imperia. Whatever that is. Yeah, Impera. Just couldn't get into that record. Here's another one that's kind of like a neo-psych band, the Black Angels. Wilderness of Mirrors. It's a cool cover. Tripping. Boom. We're trying to get through this. Wow. The longest video the Zonkman's ever done. GA20 Crackdown. This is Karma Chief. Same deal. In with the Coal Mine Records. I actually got this too. Arctic Monkeys, The Car. This was their new 2022 album. It's the Arctic Monkeys. Yeah, I've got another CD or something of them. This, way low on the list too. I don't know. It's alright, just haven't digested it. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Unlimited Love. That I paid $1 gazillion too much for on the record store day issued new studio album that was supposed to have a poster that didn't. Man, they're crap. They're crapping out big time. This was a big record that I was looking for at the beginning of the year, and it actually came out 2021, but I'm showing it for 2022. And this is Eldevar, A Story of Darkness and Light, and this is Cadaver and Elder working together during the lockdown. The three of the Elder guys were over in Europe already anyway, so they got into a studio with, I think, all the members of Cadaver, and did this record, Light Side, A Dark Side. It's considered, I think, like an EP, really, but it's cool, and that's one of the ones I'm mad about is Elder's release, not having it on vinyl yet. It's one of those ones that came out in November, and I gotta wait till February for the vinyl. And last but not least, this is kind of EP also. Khruangbin and Leon Bridges, Texas Moon, also came out at the beginning of last year. Was not as good as Texas Sun, but still good. Khruangbin playing with Leon Bridges singing. Great stuff. All right, man, this is where we're at. It's 2023. The best of 2022. The top 22 of 2022 on the 22nd of January 2023 to mess all that up. But anyway, that's the Zonkman's favorite records. This is the longest video I've ever done. It's way too long, but I'm going to post it anyway. Thanks for you guys hanging out if you've made it this far. If not, if you dumped after the first 5, the first 10, whatever, I appreciate you. See you later. I'll see you on the next one. Peace! This thing stopped.